what a lot of people needed was a doorway in at a pretty elementary place, a beginning. Mm-hmm. And that's when I think things started to get really interesting.
Mellon had been funding grants in the digital humanities for a while, but they hadn't tried a version of that that worked between two institutions. So that was our experiment, and we wanted to see what kinds of programming would bring people together across our two campuses and get them doing things that they wouldn't be normally doing.
When faculty members came together to learn something, they thought independently, but they were having to learn in a group, with a group, and then start to rely on each other as well as whoever the instructors were, that they got to know one another well enough in a series of casual conversations over a week to begin to imagine working together. And so that was, around the issue of collaboration, that was an interesting discovery that oblique tends to be more effective than direct. So of course one of the things that we're very excited about is the outcomes that will outlive the grant, that'll keep going. There's so many faculty members now in English and history and religious studies and classics who didn't necessarily even want to be involved in language areas, want to be involved in digital humanities work, who now just routinely include that as part of their practice. And I've seen that at Grinnell too. And so the cascade effect, I think at both of our schools, has been pretty remarkable.
Yeah, at both institutions we now have librarians and technologists who are used to working on these projects. The staff have been so crucial to the success of these collaborations. And now all of these faculty who have been through our workshops and partnerships of various kinds, as you say, not just through the grant, but the grant became part of the web that we were building on both campuses, and are now seeking ways to keep together as the grant ends, and we think about ways that we can continue to work together, continue to build these relationships. And we'll be continuing to think about building undergraduate programming at both institutions in collaboration with each other, so we can think about effective pedagogies that work at both campuses. And we'll just be thinking about events and community building that'll keep these relationships together. I think we learned a lot about what we didn't know. And we had such a great team of people within the grant administration and on both campuses that we were able to take that humility and learn from it, and that's when it got exhilarating.